Hi guys, how are we feeling? Are we ready? Today, of course, we're gonna react and talk about Chromatica. Let's start off with what I expect from this album. The only thing that I expect from this album is a sort of a futuristic, chaotic, new genre, just like hard pop. So I expect it to be a lot different, but still with that vein of pop that Gaga always put in her projects. But also due to her newfound style, I suppose that she's gonna be a little bit underground, just like in Born This Way, and reflective at the same time. So watching the track list right away, I'm noticing that this album is divided into 3 acts. First song, of course, was an introduction. As I said, being a 3x project, you can expect that transitional songs are always welcome. I like them. I think that they give something more to the project and to the storytelling. This particular one, I felt it because if you knew me, you know that I love strings and everything that is sort of an orchestral instrumental masterpiece. Based on the fact that this song is strings only is so fucking interesting to me, and the fact that this song felt so cinematic and so movie-like, it marked the beginning of something. I was kind of confused at first because are we in Chromatica or in Wonderland? I don't know. Let's start with the positive things. I love the fact that the album basically starts with a question she's asking herself or asking the people who are listening, so maybe us, could you pull me out of this life? And it's a great, it's a great way to start a project because it has people wondering what she's really talking about. Is she's talking about Chromatica? She's talking about herself, her mind. But after that, the second line of the first verse, she basically is giving you the answer. I'm stuck in my mind. So she's starting off saying this is gonna be a journey. Also this two-way of seeing Wonderland, because we don't really know if it's a positive metaphor or a negative one, because she's saying I'm in the hole and I'm falling down, and we all know how Alice got to Wonderland. So, but in the chorus she's saying I'll keep looking for Wonderland. So to me, Wonderland means happiness or a good balance for her state of mind, for her mental health. Even though she's not Alice, she keeps dreaming about a world where she doesn't have to really worry about her mental issues. And the fact that she's seeing Wonderland as home, she's saying to me that she sees this fictional world as a world that she wanna live rather than the real one. With that being said, I don't know how I feel about the production of this song. It's a little bit old school house kinda influenced track. and production. I don't really like repetitions. Don't hate me for that. It's just my taste. I don't really like repetition in songs. So the fact that she keeps repeating take me home, I get what she's saying and I get what she's doing. The fact that she's repeating take me home, take me to Wonderland is just a cry for help from herself to herself, as I was telling you, or maybe us or the world in general, or people that are actually listening to this cry for help. So that is interesting, but I'm not really a fan of repetitions again. But other than that, I definitely felt some influences from the past. I don't want to start this reaction talking about them, but I mean, it's inevitable. In the first pre-chorus, when she starts this "Oh Mama" thing, it kind of reminded me the Fame Master era. I also like the connection between eras and albums and projects, just to give that continuation to the narrative, to the storytelling. Let me tell you that I don't want to start criticizing the choices she and her team made, but after this song got leaked, I asked myself why they decided to still put it out as a single, considering also the fact that this song was really not well received. Let's start by saying that I wasn't really a fan of this song, but it grew on me. I mean, the drums are... It's always funny to me the difference between listening music with your headphones and listening music with speakers. The production is fire and I am a fan of electropop, so maybe it's for that. The fact that they build the production to this song with a loop of her voice, it's always refreshing and different. And also this kicking drum, I mean, just kind of makes me wanna throw punches in the air and do that forever. The message here is pretty simple and I don't know why, but I'm kind of addicted to this way of talking about love. I mean, every time artists talk about stupid love and how love really makes you dumb and numb at the same time is always diverse and different to me from artist to artist. I don't know why. I don't know, I kind of felt this sense of hopefulness behind it. I'm strange, I think. I wanted to wait for Chromatica to be released to listen to this song, but after reading a few reviews, I couldn't wait, so I listened to this song too. It could have definitely been a more appropriate first single. Show me a real good time. I never asked for the rainfall. This part is coming down. Okay, except from the fact that this music reminds me of 80s spinning class song. This is kind of the type of music that I was expecting. Son of a futuristic banger with kind of a 80s, 90s influences in it. So a futuristic but still conservative, you know? If that makes sense. And I was really worried about this featuring because their genres are not very similar. I mean, it's always pop, but it's not the same kind of pop that they make. So I was really worried about ARIANA after that featuring with Miley and Lana and that mess that song was. But I have to say that this song, it fits her voice. And this production too. I definitely like the vibe that this song carries from the beginning to the end. I like how Gaga writes sad lyrics or meaningful lyrics with upbeat productions that makes you want to dance, you know, this kind of hope that she gives you behind a song that is sad is just one of a kind to me. And it shows in the production too, don't get me wrong, in the first pre-chorus with the piano and those soft instruments that they used in the production. And I also like that Marry the Night vibe that this song gave me at the beginning, especially in the video too, and that R-pop vibe that she gave me towards the bridge with the monotone voice production. It kind of reminded me Guy from the R-pop era. Other than that, I really like the metaphor she used in the lyrics. I mean, as I was telling you, the lyrics are pretty deep to me and meaningful to me, considering also Gaga's past. I mean, this song, it kind of reminded me of Dope for the message behind it about drinking. And I like the fact that she used this whole metaphor of dryness and rain, and I felt the connection with her past issues with drinking. I mean, she's saying, I'd rather be dry, but at least I'm alive. I mean, alcohol maybe is something that could have killed her in the past, and she managed to control that addiction in order to be alive and to be creative. But it's also, again, a sort of a cry for help when they say rain on me, rain on me. To me, it's like she's saying, I'm not giving myself to alcohol anymore, but I need something different and something deeper that is not a temporary fix to stay alive.
You might sound no one about to say this feeling. I say that I want it to be free. Don't fight it, but if I'm not nothing without saying I dance for, I fought for. Kiss me too hardly. I'm not nothing without saying everyone.
Yeah, again, influences from the past. It's like Born This Way is meeting 80s and 90s productions. I also felt the Be Free of Bad Romance, so again, this kind of connection that is coming back to me. I have to say that I didn't really liked the beat drop for this one. I don't know. It's another Gaga's classic songs. I mean, for the way it's structured. In an album you have to have that empowering song, and to me this song is definitely that. But it's a different kind of empowerment. I mean, it's a futuristic, again, empowerment. And I always like when she put in this dance floor, and the fact that she fought for the dance floor. It's just a way of saying I fought for my freedom and I fought for my happiness. And I found my happiness in the dance floor and dancing and singing. I mean, considering how she structures every tour that she does, and how she always says that fans must feel that freedom when they're attending one of her concerts. It's just that to me, you know, it's just this connection.
And it's something that I can't explain. I guess I'm just on fire these days.
I like this line.
I guess wish I could be what I know I am. It's no feeling the way that I'm feeling with you.
Yes.
Staring through the mirror, she does to me too. Maybe it's time for us to say goodbye. Having fun tonight.
I really loved the melodies in the pre-choruses. The pre-chorus was the best part of this song. But I also like the melody and the direction that the chorus took. I like the fact that the production wasn't really predictable like the rest of these songs before this one. I was already expecting a big drop after the first chorus, and then it did not happen. But the transition to from the chorus to the second verse, I really liked it. And I like the fact that they added something to the second verse in the production. The second chorus with the bridge and that beat drop, it kind of felt to me like it wasn't really needed. I mean, I liked the fact that this song felt so solemn and so religious almost, and I was expecting this song to be that. I wish that this song had a production that was different towards the end. I definitely liked the first part more. Again, there are references to the first projects in the second verse with the paparazzi and Love the Fame, but also the melodies in the bridge, it kind of reminded me of the Fame. So, okay, we are actually in the middle of Chromatica. It's the second act of the album. Strings again. Okay, transitional song again. This one felt more dark, but towards the end I felt the rush. Sailing.
Famous keep repeating self-fading phrases. I have heard enough of these voices. Just wish I loved to get the good friendships. Watch like you let go again. This is the end. My biggest enemy, my biggest enemy is me. 911. My dolls are tight and my boxes safe until I don't undrop this one. I built a deeply cry, can't deeply cry.
Well, this was unexpected, especially the vocal production with the vocoder. I didn't expect that, and this definitely felt more futuristic in the way that I pictured this album in my head, you know? And also I felt the cohesion with the production, the vocal and the musical production. I saw the interview that she did with Zane Lowe, and so I know that this song is about an antipsychotic that she takes when she feels like she's losing control of her brain. I definitely felt that feeling of claustrophobia almost in the lyrics and in the production. I don't know about this song, but again I felt the connection with the first song on the album, the Alice one, and especially in the themes that she's talking about. I always like when artists are being real. I mean, even though she's making a pop album with pop productions and pop lyrics, it doesn't mean that she cannot talk about heavy stuff like mental health. So for that I'm grateful, and let's move on. First thing first, I never expected a production like this coming from Skrillex that actually produced this song. But let me tell you that I also like the fact that they decided to use two different vocal productions for the verses and for the choruses. This production felt more near the Stupid Love kind of production, so that electropop. I don't know how I feel about this whole scenario of Barbie actually. I mean, the verses and the choruses are talking about a plastic doll, and I know that is the title of this song, but I wanted something deeper than that, and maybe there is a deeper message that I'm not reading, and maybe it is another empowering song that she's putting out there. It could kind of be a reflection on the industry and what other people expect her to be, so this could be also a rebellious song against all the people that maybe won't get what this whole world of Chromatica is about. Like a lot of people were not ready for our pop.
Sour candy. I'm sour candy, so sweet till I get a little angry, yeah. Start the lights low, sour candy, yeah. Then back it to the high, don't tell when I get tea. If you wanna fix me, then let's break up here and now. Gotta keep on. I'm hot on the outside, but inside I might be messed up, but look now, at least I'm not afraid. Come on me. Close your eyes, don't peek. Now I'm undressing. But if you give me time, then I could make time for you. Sour candy, so sweet till I get a little angry, yeah. Sour candy. So sour candy.
This was fast. Okay, I'm not very familiar with the Blackpink at all actually. I know I'm late. First off, I really love the structure of this song, the fact that they decided to put the chorus at the beginning after the intro and at the end before the outro. I really like their voice, and I really like the fact that this song was bilingual, and the hook that Gaga sings, it has maybe my favorite melody so far. I think that the second verse was a little bit all over the place, but it was the twisting point on this song. There were so fucking many melodies. The production, I loved it. And it kind of reminded me of the Swish Swish by Katy Perry. Tell me if I'm the only one, but yes.
Open-minded, I'm so blinded. Mastering here is what I'm seeing. Real or is it just this? We could be anything you want. We could all be your anyone. I'll be your. Can't stop staring on Sunday. Real or is it just this? We could be just up to the daylight. Be your anyone. I'll be your anyone. Did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said? Is it alright? We could be anything you want. We could even just tonight. Be your anyone.
To me, this song is definitely a bridge between this project and our pop, considering the fact that she used the word enigma in one of the our pop song, that is Aura. The production to this song is definitely a classic. I felt so many different influences in this track and in this production that I liked, especially the piano and the strings in the chorus, but also the little change that they did at the beginning of the second chorus. It was interesting. The bridge, actually, I think is my favorite part. The bridge, it gives emphasis to the whole song, and the vocal production is actually all classic Gaga.
Am I still alive? Where am I cried? Who was I wondering if I'll be paid? It's a game I play. I don't know what to do, you don't know what to say. Replay.
Play is definitely the most chaotic one, for sure, production-wise, and it's actually maybe my favorite beat drop. This one felt really like being at a rave party. I keep noticing the fact that she's linking this album and connecting this album to all of the project that she did before, except for Jen, because that project was a whole different story. But I felt throughout this album, till now, the connection with the Fame Monster, Born This Way, R-pop, I mean almost every song, for the lyrics, for some of the productions, for some of the vocal productions. We're entering a new chapter. Okay, that's it. Okay, again, a transitional one, and this one is the shortest one actually of the interludes. All of them have the strings as main instruments, but all of them just set the mood in a different way, you know? The first one was actually an introduction, and I felt that the second one was actually more dark, and we were entering in the middle of the story. This one, it felt like we are going towards the end, you know, and it felt more joyful and just like something is actually being solved. Happened. I didn't expect a featuring like this. I mean, on a song like this, we are actually used to hear Elton with something that is way softer than this production. Of course, I was surprised to hear him on a track like this. I mean, the way it started, I didn't expect it to have a beat that goes this hard. Again, the melodies for the pre-chorus and the chorus, I love them, especially the pre-chorus. Probably, I know I keep repeating myself, but this one is probably my favorite beat drop in all of the beat drops that she put into every production on this album. But this one, I felt hope behind it. I don't know, I felt safe listening to this beat. Definitely one of the most interesting one, I think. Both production-wise and lyrically.
I'll catch them as they fall. Cause inside we are in life, waiting just to give me a start. Cause I've been flying so bright, and I'll be flying like 1,000 I've been
impressed with these two songs. Last songs that I listened to are more heartfelt. I don't know. They have a whole different mood compared to the rest of the album to me. They are more emotional and they are, I don't know, there's something different with these two songs that make me believe that with Sign from Above we are experiencing something new. Maybe this song is the proof of that. That we are reaching that freedom that we were talking about at the beginning. The more we go on in this album, the more I feel like there is this connection between songs and there is this storytelling in front of us that makes us realize that there's an explanation to everything. This song and the song before this one have that freedom and that rebirth, like we are learning how to live again and how to enjoy the dance floor, as she said, and start dancing again actually. What is that song? Gossip, babble on, battle for your life, babble on. It almost felt like a gospel choir. I mean, the end, the outro. This song is definitely iconic and it confirms what I was thinking about for the past two songs, that sense of freedom. This song in a way is a sort of a statement to me, a newfound freedom, that sense of liberation that she was seeking at the beginning of the album. So of course this one goes way back with the production, with the voguing, and I'm kind of noticing that a lot of artists tend to do that nowadays. See also Madonna in Madame X is an hymn. This song is iconic, especially towards the end. As I was saying throughout the reaction, I like the fact that this album is connected in a way with the past projects that she did. Even if it's a sentence or if it's a single word, I felt the connection and I like this continuity. I noticed that the album is well mixed together. I mean, each song don't have a pause, it's just, as I was telling you, a continuation that she's doing again. Besides from that sense of cohesiveness behind the whole album, I like the fact that there is a storytelling, and this need to tell a story is reflected in the production. From the beginning of the album towards the end, you can say that she's searching for something that she lost in the past. And to me, what she's really looking for is freedom from herself, is a seek for salvation almost. A salvation that can come within or that she's seeking in other people or music. I have to say that structure-wise, the songs, except for the one with the Blackpink, had almost the same structure. Also the production, I kinda got used to the beat drop after every chorus, and that what makes the album also cohesive in my opinion. I want to tell you my favorite ones from each act, and for the first act it's gonna be Rain on Me for sure, and then in the second act Sour Candy, but I like the beat drop in Replay, and in the third act I really liked Sign from Above because it was unexpected, especially the outro. And 1,000 Doves too. I mean, these two are probably my favorite beat drop. In the interview that I was telling you about with Zane Lowe, she says that Chromatica is not dystopian or utopian, but it's just the way that she makes sense of things. And that's the way I want to see this album. I mean, I don't want to see a parallel universe or something like that, as I thought it was at the beginning, especially from the visuals. But I want to believe that it's something that's within her and within her mind, and I want to believe that it's a sort of a war that she fought in the past, maybe while recording this album, just to find what she was looking for, that freedom and that liberation. And that explains to me also the cover of the album. I want to know what do you guys think about this album. So thank you for sticking around and see you soon.